We're live.
Greetings and welcome to City of Destiny, a part of the Untold Stories Project. I am your host and game master, Aaron. This is our actual play of the Emerald City Knights adventure series for Mutants and Masterminds, the world's greatest superhero RPG from Green Ronin Publishing. Mutants and Masterminds is a D20-based system which allows players and game masters to create stories featuring all of the greatest heroes of their imagination. Personally, I like Mutants and Masterminds for a number of reasons. I find it to be flexible enough to handle most superheroic shenanigans, complex enough to actually handle the weird stuff, but simple enough to be easy to play. I also like it because it includes hero points. And hero points are that wonderful in-game currency which let our heroes re-roll a die, take an extra action, recover from a dangerous condition, or use a power stunt to use their ability in new and creative ways. Our heroes each get to start with one of these hero points, and they can get extra points for good role-playing, funny jokes, clever decisions, for me using their weaknesses against them, and by your generosity. That's right. If you subscribe, renew a subscription, or donate bits to our stream, you will generate a hero point which can be given to the player or game master of your choice. We are a small but growing network. All of those likes, subscribes, follows, bits, and the like help keep us visible and growing and pay our bills. So let's meet the heroes that we have assembled for you tonight, shall we? Say hello, heroes.
Hello, heroes.
Hello. Hi.
Heroes, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves. Tell us your name, who you are playing, something interesting about them, and answer our question of the week, which is, what is one of your character's guilty pleasures? And let's mix it up a little tonight and start with Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. I play Carol Irons, the murder mama of the group. She has some anger management problems. She does not know she needs to work on. And yeah. Well, I'm just going to go with the silly response of spending 10 years in hell means coffee is her guilty pleasure. That did not exist in the nether realm at all. Nothing really did, but yeah, coffee.
It's the first thing Una took when she took over the multiverse.
Coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pass it to whoever is that way.
The edge of the overlay is that way.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah, the other direction.
Frank and Puppy, save me!
Damn it. So I'm Aunt Puppy. I play Keone, who is working on her murderous tendencies through extensive therapy that she cannot stand, but she's working on it. Keone's guilty pleasure is the holidays with her family, because she is an only adopted child. So she and her family, I know we talked about it on the Thanksgiving special, but they, dress up in matching pajamas and do Christmas pictures and all that. But what she did not tell you is that they also would watch all of the old Christmas movies together. So, Rudolph and Frosty and all those stop animation ones. And her favorite is always going to be the Grinch. So that's her guilty pleasure is.
Wait, which
Oh no.
Grinch?
I mean, Aunt Puppy likes all of them because I just love the Grinch as a character in general. So really I will take him any way he comes. But Keone likes the original, like the old cartoon one, like the really terribly animated one that still, for whatever reason, can somehow hold up for her. So
that is the right answer.
Yeah. I will take them however they come because I just freaking love the Grinch. Like he's like, I get him. I feel most represented when I watch the Grinch. So I get it.
Aunt Puppy is a furry. We get it.
Yep. So I will pass it to. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna figure this out.
There you go. There you go.
I was like, hold on. Which bag do I point to?
You went the right way.
My name is Brandon. I play Portal, a young superhero with the ability to create portals. And I gave this a lot of thought, and Peter feels a lot of emotions. He can feel, regret. He can feel, disappointed. But one thing he has really committed himself to after his experiences growing up is he will not let himself feel embarrassment or shame. So he actually doesn't have any guilty pleasures. He is very openly proud of the things that he indulges in and doesn't give a flying fuck what anybody else thinks about them.
He thinks he doesn't give a flying fuck.
Accurate.
No, he actually doesn't.
I would argue that his actions and reactions mean that he only thinks that.
I would counter with, I said he feels regret and disappointment. It is different from shame and embarrassment. And I will pass it to, I'm going to try and get fancy here. Let's see if I pull it off. To Alex.
Diagonal.
Damn it, how did you get it the first try?
Because he knows what he's doing.
His power is portaling.
I mean, that's putting
That's true.
putting it
His
pretty
powers
strongly.
are portaling, so yeah.
He crossed the universe and found me. So hi everybody, I'm Alex, and tonight, as always, I will be playing the part of Ethan Blackwell, aka Crucible, aka the retirement home pool boy of magnetism. Who is a ferrokinetic college student who is about to change his major to social work, much to his father's probably chagrin. I don't know what's going to happen when I go visit my dad later tonight. I'm probably going to get punched
going
right
to
in the
murder
neck.
you.
That was my favorite point of last week.
That'll be interesting.
Terrifying. As for the answer of the question of the week, Ethan's guilty pleasure is listening to girl groups that Riley likes and singing along quietly between the walls while Riley is singing along to groups like Fifth Harmony and Little Mix and the Spice Girls.
I
And
only knew one of those.
Riley is younger than Alex. Alex had to look up points of reference.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
But yeah, that's Ethan. He likes girl bands. And the Hex Girls, particularly. There you go.
Oh,
Very
the Scooby-Doo band?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And I will pass it over to Wiki.
Does he listen to the Kings in Yellow?
Chupacabras on the border, actually.
I don't understand any of those references, so I'm Wiki. I play Professor Cephalopod, who is a person, a scientist inside of a giant Pacific octopus inside of a mech suit. Does that cover it? His
Yeah,
guilty
doesn't discuss the
weird.
it doesn't discuss the demon who's possessing you against your knowledge, but we'll get into that later.
I mean, that
And
would be
Ethan-
the octopus.
And Ethan still thinks that you're the robot itself. But
Yeah. His guilty pleasure is spying on his kids.
Does he feel guilt about that?
Yes.
Because he
He's
knows he
not an
shouldn't be doing it,
asshole.
but he's still doing it.
I mean, he knows he shouldn't be doing it, but he's doing it because he's worried about them, specifically his son. But also, it's the only way he has to be close to them right now. So, on that wonderful note, I will pass it up and around and over and down to the end, back to Aaron.
I love that. That was
So, when last we saw our heroes, they were all dealing with some much needed downtime. Peter got to spend some time with Tommy, figured out some of the details of the relationship, how Tommy's super suit is going to affect all of that. Cindy returned to her efforts to get into the restricted section of the Emerald City University Library. Cyrus and Carol put steps in motion to go and check up on their son at his school. Even though calling him Carol's son is kind of a weird, timey-wimey, weird situation. And Ethan spent the day taking a final and then having several heart-to-heart talks, one with Tommy, one with his father and Riley, one with Raya, where he told her that her brother is a supervillain. And now he's going off. What?
It said beep beep, here I come.
Yep. And now he's going off to talk with Cindy, instead of having the two of them go and be responsible superheroes and talk to the people at Redshift Energies. That sound about right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You say
does.
that like Keone would have any responsible body part anywhere on her. Like,
Yeah.
she's just like permanently irresponsible.
So yes, as we were wrapping up the episode, Ethan and Cindy were meeting up for their date that is not a date.
Not a
And
date.
the rest of our heroes were leaving Redshift Energies unless there was something else that you guys thought of after we broke last night that you wanted to ask before you returned to the tower.
Nope. I think we got all we're gonna get from this person.
Yeah.
Did anybody take notes?
I mean, Steph is always recording, so.
I think
meant,
she-
like,
I think she meant
IRL.
like us.
Oh,
Like,
in real life.
like, yeah.
that was
Sure.
just me. That was just
I
me.
take
asking.
notes in my brain.
Yeah,
Well,
Steph has a
that's not
computer brain.
I mean, fortunately, all of our exploits are documented for posterity.
Yeah.
No. Or then I have to like hear myself, and then it's like a whole thing.
Well, to your
All right.
matter, taking notes.
We have a shared notes Google Doc,
Hmm.
That's
but
right.
I'm the only one who's written anything in like
I wrote some stuff in there.
in 6 months.
I forgot about that.
Anyhow,
some
My
point,
character
I'm
wasn't
going to go-
present, so I didn't take
At
any
some
notes.
point, I'm going to go back through and rewatch all our episodes and actually take notes. I just, for some reason, during this game, I find it really hard to take notes while we're playing. So,
Because you never know what's gonna happen.
I mean, I don't take notes because you guys drive me to drink, but
Mission
Goals.
accomplished.
Aaron
Hashtag
doesn't want to
goals.
remember.
That's probably more accurate.
anyhow, let's go ahead and then assume that the Overwatch portal, Professor Cephalopod and Dr. Irons have returned to the tower. And we will catch up with Cindy and Ethan as they meet for dinner. And Puppy, do you want to tell us a little bit about this restaurant that the two of them are meeting up at?
So I'm like really proud of its name. It makes me feel really good. So they're going to a local Mexican restaurant because originally Ethan wanted to take her to Italian, but Keone felt like he was going to take her to a pretentious Italian place, and she didn't want to go to a pretentious place because she's not a pretentious person.
That checks out.
So she picked a Mexican restaurant, and this Mexican restaurant is near and dear to her heart because it's one of the first places she went to because she thought the name was funny. So it was one of the first places when she first came to Emerald City that she went to, and she has developed a relationship with the owners of the restaurant. So the owners of the restaurant are Fernando and Maria Perez. They're a married couple that have been together for years. They have 3 kids who did not want to get into restauranting, but the grandkids seem to have a lot of fun at the restaurant. So they're hoping that the grandkids will take over for them. But the restaurant is called MF Cantina.
I want to go there so bad.
Amazing.
It's Maria and Fernando and yeah. I thought it was funny. It made me laugh at work. So, like whatever.
I love it. I'm here for it.
So
Do
it's
they
like
take
a
reservations? I'm going tomorrow.
So it's a small restaurant. kind of in not a shady part of town, but like not like, not in, Ethan's side of town, more in poor college kids side of town.
So
So
it's near the university.
yeah, so somewhere where she would feel more comfortable at. So that's why she picked that place.
At least until the university area starts gentrifying too.
Correct. But she's hoping they don't lose this cute little restaurant. She goes and does homework there and sits and talks with the family and the kids and learns about the area.
Ethan, she suggested she's going to take you to her special place.
It's fair.
She is taking him to her special place.
This is an important time for her, clearly.
Her secret special place.
Really?
So who arrives at the restaurant first?
We know it's me.
Definitely not Keone.
We know it's me.
It's not definitely not me. Definitely not me.
I'll walk in to the up to the host stand and say, "Table for two, please."
And there's an older Hispanic lady who looks at you and says, "Of course." And where is the other?
She'll be here in a little bit, I hope.
Very well. She'll lead you over to a booth or table.
Booth.
She'll lead you over to a booth that has a nice, affords you a view of the door and the window outside, so you can see when Cindy arrives.
Excellent. And I will sit down. I'll put my duffel bag next to me underneath the booth, so it's harder to see when she comes in.
Okay.
I will
while
ask
you're
for
waiting-
a glass of water and a margarita.
I was going to say, while you're waiting, would you like a drink?
Margarita. And of course, you're going to get chips and salsa.
Yes, and chips and salsa and queso.
Well, chips and salsa just come out.
Do you order the cheese dip?
Yes, queso for everybody.
Good man.
But I won't touch it until she gets here.
So Keone, Cindy arrives early by her standards, which means she's only there 5 minutes after you agreed to meet.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? It's because it's right across the street from class. Like, that's the only reason she made it there when she did. So Keone's going to come in with her backpack on, like, literally just left school. And coming in and is immediately greeted by both, by Maria first, because she's who sat him. And, Keone speaks in her broken Spanish, because she vaguely can say things like, I need a beer. Where's the bathroom? Hello, how are you? Like, that's the gist of what she knows.
Buy me a drink.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very vague. It's spring break college kid Spanish is what she knows.
Exactly.
And from the kitchen, you hear Fernando yelling, "Is that Cindy?" and says hello, and we greet the same way. And then I said, "I'm here. I'm waiting for somebody." And she goes, "Oh, I know who it is," and takes her over to Ethan.
Yep.
And then she sits down. It's just easier to talk in the first person. I sit down and just say, "Hey, how's class?"
Oh, I think I did a pretty good job on my final today. Apparently, I was the only one who took one.
I mean, like, they're trying to tell me what to do.
Not you. Tommy didn't take his final today.
Why didn't Tommy take his final?
He hacked into the system and gave himself an A.
Fair.
No!
And I asked him if he'd give you a passing grade too.
Dope. I was definitely going to fail that, so cool. I'll take it. I did find some interesting, fun stuff at the library, though. Speaking of library, I figured out how to do my... Realizing she's yelling with overexcitement and not wanting to give away. I figured out how to do the snowflake thing. I mean, it took like an hour, but I partially figured it out. I don't think anyone saw me.
And nobody Nobody had to like sneak up on you and scare you or yell at you or anything?
No, I just like kept trying really, really hard and kept thinking I just want to be in the other room. And then like after like an hour of trying, it like kind of happened.
That's
Still
awesome.
feels weird.
I can only imagine. I'm glad I don't turn into like a bag full of nuts and bolts.
Just turned into a giant ball sack.
Occasionally I do that, but that's not related to my powers. No, that's weird. So what's this place? You come here a lot?
Well, it was one of the first places I came when I first moved to Emerald City. So it was, I liked it. Plus the name was pretty funny. So I just kind of kept coming back, and it was always usually pretty quiet. So I could study, and Maria and Fernando are pretty nice. So it was nice to kind of have like a little baby family, since mine's, in the middle of nowhere.
It is at this point that Maria comes back with Ethan's margarita and Cindy's beer,
Like usual.
which Cindy didn't actually order. She just knew what you wanted.
Thanks, Maria.
Thanks, Maria.
Are you ready to order?
I mean, I'm obviously gonna have my usual, the enchiladas supremas.
Do you have like a Chipotle bowl here?
We can make you a bowl. Yes.
Sorry, I've never actually been to a place like this before. I'm very excited to be here. I don't think my dad would have let me come to a place like this before.
So Keone's gonna be a jerk.
Surprising.
So she's gonna tell Maria, be like, no, don't bring him a bowl. Bring him the special. So the special is a ginormous, spicy ass ghost pepper burrito.
Rude. So fucking rude.
Keone,
That Keone would never eat.
Ethan's trauma is privilege. I'm gonna die. There are mayonnaises that are too spicy for Ethan.
Keone's more testing the grounds of like how nice Ethan will be. Like, will he tell her that it's too spicy, or will he suffer? That is.
I mean, I think when his head literally explodes, you'll learn that it's probably too
That's
spicy.
true. That's true.
All right.
I mean, Keone would never eat it, and Maria just kind of looks at her and is like, "Really?" You're like, "Oh yeah, he'll love it." And she says, "Okay."
Yes, please.
Okay. So she'll go off and leave you two alone then.
Cindy, I've had a crazy day today.
Oh really? What happened?
Well, I saw my dad, and I told him
How'd that go?
I told him I was changing my major.
To what? When were you deciding to change your major?
Well, I've been thinking about it since I enrolled in college because I really don't want to be a scientist. But
Ooh, don't tell Steph that.
originally I wanted to be an art major, but I'm going with social work now.
That seems right.
You think? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're really nice, and you're pretty helpful. I mean, you tend to think of other people first, so that's usually a good quality to have as a social worker.
Yeah, I thought so too, and some of the people, and Ethan will sort of lean in and quietly say, some of the people we've been helping, I think we wouldn't need to help or stop if there were better systems in place.
I'm assuming you're talking about your girlfriend's brother. Oh wait, I don't know that, do I?
No.
Now,
That'd have been a perfect segue right into that. Oh well. So scratch that. Strike the record. Really? Like who?
so
Well, Morris, for one, Captain Oblivion, who we met at prison, who I've been spending the last couple of Tuesdays with, trying to help him not be a stormer who's trying to destroy the world.
Tuesdays with Oblivion.
And
Days with Morris.
honestly, all of the Stormers who need help. I mean, I'm the only Stormer I know who's joined a superhero team and gone out in public and done the superhero thing, other than Bulwark, who's in Chicago now.
That's true. Yeah, I guess I don't really know how Carol got her powers.
I think from being thrown into hell.
Well, I mean, obviously, that would give her good instincts, but I wonder how she got her super strength. Oh, God, what a cool power.
Maybe she did a lot of deadlifts while she was in hell.
Literal deadlifts.
Certainly did a lot of squats. Hmm.
Don't let Seth hear you say that.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Nothing. So I wanted to ask you to eat because I wanted to have a conversation, I guess. And I probably should have had this conversation before you ordered food, because if this doesn't work out, it's going to be really awkward and you're probably going to want to take your food to go, or ask me to take my food to go.
Yeah, because see, this is my restaurant, so you would have to leave.
Yeah, obviously. So you kissed me yesterday.
Is that really only yesterday? Oh my God.
It was really only yesterday.
I was thinking it was like a week ago. Oh man, that really was long yesterday.
And
Yeah, I was like really excited.
Which, incidentally, also means you haven't actually been spending Tuesdays with Morris yet, because today's the first Tuesday since the prison break.
oh,
Oh,
that's where I'm going after this. To go see Morris. Then I'll go see my dad.
whoopsie.
But Cindy, I noticed that we've been getting really close, and I don't know, I sort of like the way I feel when I'm around you, and I would like to continue doing that, like exclusively. Like maybe
Like me and you?
yeah, like maybe we could go out and like I don't know, be a couple.
So Kiana is turning, well, she wouldn't turn red because she's not going to get warm. She's going to get cold. So her cheeks are turning blue thinking about this.
Ethan is turning blue because he can't breathe.
Is that how that works? Like, you just stop breathing? You're just like,
I said it. I'm dead. No more.
I got it out of my
I mean,
face.
like, okay. So we haven't even really gone like on a date. So how would,
I guess saving the world together felt like a date to me. I don't know. We went to
I like
Vampire
that.
Land.
I know, I like that Brandon's camera's gone and it's just like he's ominously laughing in the background. It's an ominous laugh coming from the darkness. So like,
And like we went to that dance together, and like we
yeah, but that was like a work thing.
and we
And
went
then,
ice
like-
skating.
Oh my God. Aunt Peppy and Kiani have terrible memories.
It was after a mission. I don't remember which one. Ethan definitely remembers which one. Alex doesn't remember which one.
I was like, I remember that happening, but I thought we all went ice skating.
Nope, it was just the two of you.
Oh. It's a really awful. I have a really awful memory.
You met my parents at Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you did come to dinner at my terrible dad's house too.
Wait, are you listening to your earbud? Are you? Is someone helping you? No, I'm just kidding.
Are you helping him right now?
Yeah, is someone just feeding him the lines?
That's Cyrano. Don't listen to him.
Thank you.
That would be,
Thank you.
that
Someone
would be
else said correctly.
hilarious, and I kind of want that to be a thing that is occurring.
Tommy's just feeding him lines like, okay, so bro.
Tommy's busy.
And like
That's
There he is.
I did get beat up at a nightclub for you.
I mean, you kind of did that on your own. But none of those things were like real dates. We were going out partying with Portal and work and things. Where is our food?
Ethan, I think she's saying she just really isn't that into you.
No, Keanu's having a panic attack and doesn't know what to do.
For the record, the restaurant is fairly deserted tonight. There's one other person in there, and they have earbuds in and are looking at a physics textbook.
They're putting us on TikTok.
We're like, look at this.
Already well past sundown, and there is a light snowfall in the air. So
Nice.
And like you grabbed my hand at the prison break, and I don't know, it seems significant. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe this was a bad idea.
No, you're not dumb. This isn't a bad idea. Well, I mean, it is a bad idea, but it's a bad idea for you, not for... Ugh. This is a terrible... So, my plan coming here wasn't to get close with anybody. My plan was literally to find out about myself and then bolt. And then the storm happened, and I got wrapped up in helping and learning more and learning and becoming friends with everybody. This is all very new for me, because having lived in a very small town in the middle of nowhere and really only having my parents as friends because I didn't want to get close to anybody, because I didn't want to have to keep lying to them about not having powers, even though I did have powers, and then like having to like control them differently around people. I didn't want to conceal and not feel. I was listening to that song at work today, so I'm sorry about that. I don't know what to do now, because I don't want to leave, and not the biggest reason.
And I don't want to stay.
I don't want you to leave either.
You're the only reason I want to stay, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that.
And Ethan will sort of stick a hand out over the table. Say, maybe we don't need to figure it out just now. And we can figure it out as we go.
Okay. I can get behind that.
I did make you something.
Another thing?
What's in the bag?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even notice it coming up.
I
I like that Maria still hasn't brought her food because she knows that we're having a very intense conversation and she doesn't want to interrupt.
She and Fernando are in the window looking at us.
Yep. Just like, they're like Wilson from Home Improvement, just like watching and listening.
So yeah, even though I'm changing my major to social work, doesn't mean I'm going to stop making art, um, especially art inspired by you. And he kind of leans over and very quickly opens up the duffel bag and puts a little round. So it's like a galaxy rose. He puts it on the table. It's got a sort of lattice of intricately warped metals with iridescent rainbow shines through it. A bunch of glass intersected in it, and inside there is a rose that looks like it's made out of pure blue steel and white glass that almost looks like a snow-covered frozen rose, covered in LED lights.
You said it's. I was gonna say, did you say it's like in a snow globe?
Yes.
Okay. So
if you shake it, it does do the snow globe thing.
Oh, okay, because Keone was gonna turn it into a snow globe. It's gonna give it some snowflakes in there. Unintentionally, because she was gonna pick it up and then like just joy picking it up. This is really pretty. It'll look really great on next to my bed with the other snowflake you made me.
You know what else would look great next to your bed?
Yeah.
Ethan's costume.
Portal's head pops out of a portal.
Creepy.
Very.
And yeah, Ethan will give that to her and wait for his horrible ghost pepper nightmare to come.
Okay.
Well, now I feel kind of guilty. So the special that I ordered you, it's like super spicy. Like level like 100 spicy. I was kind of just hoping you'd tell me no, but you're just so nice.
Have you ever had it?
No, I don't do spicy. That's why I get the enchilada supremas. They're very mild. She just says very matter-of-factly.
Well, I will be polite and I will eat it when it comes.
Okay. So at this point, the food will come.
Thanks, Maria.
Thanks, Maria.
She'll nod and smile as she sets the food down. Let me know if you need anything else.
She's gonna need some milk.
Strangely enough, it came with a glass.
I'm gonna die. That's how you know you're gonna die.
She preemptively brought you some milk and me a shot of tequila.
Can I have an enchilada supremas too, just in case, Maria?
Of course. Are you gonna actually take a bite of this thing?
Yeah, I'm feeling brave today.
In Maria's head, she's just like, freaking white boy, freaking gringo is not gonna eat this.
Fort save.
Yep.
All right, fortitude. Let's open my character sheet, other than my hero character sheet.
You haven't opened your character sheet yet?
I opened my Hero Lab character sheet. I was running around with the internet stuff, and I haven't opened my Roll20 sheet yet.
Okay.
All right, fair. Here we go. Fortitude. I'm not terrible at this.
You're not.
I got a 12.
All right.
So I'm poisoned.
But also I'm terrible at this.
You take a bite. Well, that's perhaps a generous way to phrase it. You get close enough that a little bit of the sauce touches your tongue. And you suddenly find yourself longing for having your brain melted by a witch wing.
Oh, no.
And you immediately go for the milk. Before you have even put the milk glass down, Maria is there with the enchilada.
And silently giggling to herself, knowing he wasn't going to eat it.
Yep.
I was kind of hoping that if it was a delayed heat, you'd be like, that's not that bad. Oh.
Cindy, I'm not crying. I'm sweating from my eyeballs.
Yep.
Wow, you are certainly braver than I am. I wouldn't even have taken a bite.
And I will.
Everyone hydrate or dihydrate.
Thank you, Star Slayer.
I feel like Alex should have to drink milk at this point, but
I gotta go all the way downstairs to get milk, and I don't
I
like
know, I'm
drinking
not
milk
actually
as a
gonna do that.
cup. That's maybe
Blech.
chocolate milk's fine.
No, milk is gross.
all right. So we'll go ahead and leave the happy couple for a moment.
We're not using those words yet.
No, not
We're
yet.
not there yet.
So
The happy something.
Something or another.
there's something. Brandon, what are
Complicated.
Peter and Tommy up to?
Well,
Technically,
Here's that-
Tommy does still have finals that he should be studying for, but
yeah. Although I suspect I know how that conversation is going to go, because I'm going to start with. So, do you have anything to study for tomorrow?
yeah, I've got my last English credit final letting for tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well, how about we just have a nice, quiet night in, and you can study, and I'll hang out with you.
Okay. We could go take over one of the two theater rooms and put something dumb on TV while I study.
That sounds great.
All right.
I promise to be only mildly distracting with my cuddling.
Only mildly? Damn.
Well, you should play your cards right.
All right. What about Seth? Wookiee's off camera.
Sorry, I'm trying to eat. Seth's just doing what Seth always does. He's in his labs doing stuff.
All right. And Carol?
Yes. So Carol's still been trying to figure out the layout of the building. Everything
Not
makes a little
Hogwarts. The stairs
well,
aren't gonna move
everything
on
makes a
you.
little bit too much sense. Like she got a little too used to like the ambiguity and insanity that was the nether realm, and so sometimes she feels like maybe this closet door is the right one. No, that's actually a closet.
Fair.
Are the stairs really going to be where they were last time, or are they going to change?
Right.
Okay. And so she's wandering around the lobby area and trying to figure out what she wants to do next. And
Right. Well, that will work out well because while you're in the lobby, the elevator will open and Riley Blackwell walks in with her tablet and looks up and says, "Oh, Dr. Irons, you're here. That's great. I was coming to talk to you and Professor Cephalopod."
Cyrus is definitely in his lab.
Yeah, I'd prefer not to go in there, so maybe I could just tell you.
Okay.
I mean, he's very nice for a giant Pacific octopus, but he's a giant Pacific octopus.
I mean, semantics. Okay.
Anyway, so I've got a couple of schools already lined up for you guys to start making visits to starting next week.
Yes. Science is good for children.
Yeah. So neither of you have anything that is like resembling a regular day job. So should I just like send you guys an itinerary for like which schools you're going to be at what time?
Yes, that would be fantastic. I guess I need a new email address.
Oh, do you not have one of those yet?
I don't think so. No, because I'm
Okay.
guessing. Wait, how much about me do you know?
Not a whole lot.
Okay. Well,
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Riley does not know, like Riley actually thinks that Seth is an octopus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
He assumes that Cyrus is just the name of the octopus.
Yeah,
but
okay.
perfect. Right. So, do you have an office somewhere in the building? The lobby is probably not the best place for this conversation.
yeah. Well, I have an office a couple of floors down, but I do also have a working office here on this floor along with the rest of your staff. Here, let me has anyone ever given you the full tour of the
No.
building? I mean, I know you've only been with the team for like about a week or so now, but
Yeah. I don't trust doors very well, and I'm trying to get over that, but yet no one's really told me where anything is.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm assuming you at least know, that like all of your rooms are on the second floor.
Is it the second? I thought it was the fifth.
Well, I mean, you guys are on the top 5 floors of everything, but so this level where we've got the lobby here, we've got the press conference room, the library's right over through there, the infirmary's right over through there. Then there's the computer lab, and then all of those exterior doors in the hallways are to offices where your various support staff are during the day.
I've gotten lost in there multiple times, and I keep freaking people out.
I don't think anyone else is here this late now, other than Roberta, but she doesn't count because she's a robot. And then Roberta will speak up from the receptionist desk, and I don't have legs.
Well, neither does Cyrus, and he still counts.
But yeah, so if we go up one level, that's where the bedrooms are, that's where the kitchen is, that's where the theater room is, the dining room, the gym.
I could have sworn that was below this floor, but okay.
Nope, that's up. Then the third floor is just mostly automated systems, the power and like the environmental controls, and some storage rooms, and then the fourth floor is where the labs are. So I'm guessing that's probably where you spent most of your time. And that's also where the training room is.
Yes.
And then up on the 5th floor is the hangar.
Okay. I've only been there once.
Just real quick, if Portal ever happened to see Carol like out of sorts and like that, and not trusting doors and things like that, and ascertains the reason why, he will offer to make her feel more at home. I will just occasionally randomly create a portal behind a door so that it does lead somewhere else. if that'll make her feel a little more comfortable.
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
That's probably like one of her worst nightmares at this point. But at least when she opens it up, like she'll see it before she walks through it.
Yeah.
Well, he won't do it as a practical joke. He would offer it like honestly thinking, well, if it'd make you feel a little more like comfortable, like what you're used to, I'm happy to do that.
No, I need a door to be a door again.
Yeah. And Riley then looks over to Roberta and says, can you make sure to give Dr. Irons at least the access to the drirons@stormbreakers.com email address?
Oh, that's very official.
Well, I set up email accounts for everyone. They're mostly, just relegated to our staff for like fan mail and stuff. They're monitored closely enough so that if anything important ever showed up, like it would get forwarded on to you guys. But if you don't have another email, at least that'll work until you get set up.
Yeah, so how about we go to the office and I'll explain everything. Better there than out in the open.
Okay, sure. I mean, there's nobody up on these 5 floors other than...
There's windows.
Sure, okay. And she'll take you over into one of the offices.
Okay. Yes, so, I mean, Cyrus is very good with technology, and so I'm always wearing this. And she clicks the button and the form drops. And so like the short haircut and the suit and all of that just whoop goes away. And she's standing there in her t-shirt and jeans and very Korean with wild ass hair.
Right.
This is what I actually look like. And this is not my world, which is pretty common around here, I guess. But the Carol Irons that was here is deceased. And so I came from different world via nether realm. And now I'm here and I don't exist here. So it makes a few things a bit more complicated than a normal hero. And I do have email addresses, but they're for a dead woman. And I really, I don't have a social security number anymore, and I don't have to pay taxes. But so trying to keep a low profile so I don't startle family and friends who believe I am dead here, but I'm not dead from where I'm from. Everyone else. Anyways,
Okay. Does Mr. Mars know all of this?
yeah.
Okay. I'm in charge of your publicity, and all that. I'm assuming he's probably got lawyers trying to get you a legal identity, or...
It's been a week. I'm not rushing anything.
Okay. Is there anything that I can do to help you get, I don't know, settled in, acclimated?
I have a haircut.
We can probably still get you into at my salon. Let me make a call.
They'll just as long as they can like make people can't see me. That makes it a little more complicated.
Are you famous?
No, yeah. Well, I'm called doctor for a reason, and I was very good at my job. So I just don't want people accidentally seeing me and thinking a dead woman is alive.
Sure. No, I get that. Can you put the disguise on, and then
Yep.
when we get there, I'll take it. Obviously you'll have to turn the disguise off to get your haircut, but we can travel there without it. And trust me, the people my husband is very rich.
Oh, okay.
And they understand the need for privacy.
Okay. Perfect. Then it'll be
right.
fine.
Hold on one second, and she'll pull out her phone and hits a number that's saved on the speed dial. And yes, can you let Julietta know that Mrs. Blackwell has a close personal friend who needs an appointment. Yes, I know that I understand that you're closing in 15 minutes. We'll be there in 5 minutes. And you will be well compensated for staying open late. We do also need some discretion. Yes, we'll be there in 5 minutes. Thank you. Roberta, where's Portal? Portal and Overwatch are in the theater room. Okay, follow me. And she just kind of grabs your hand and
Should probably knock first.
Oh God, does she know about Tommy being Overwatch?
Fuck, I hope not.
Because if Tommy is Overwatch and she knows that,
Oh man.
is some shit about to go down?
Dun dun dun!
You see, up until now, I was just worried about Carol meeting my dad. Now you're giving me something else to worry about, Wiki.
That's a good question. Does Ethan always run around the tower in his full suit?
In his mask, at least.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Okay. That's weird.
That's
And
weird.
seeing as when they walk in, Portal's probably rounding second. Overwatch is not wearing his mask.
No, he is definitely Tommy.
Yeah.
I'll spend a hero point for him to be wearing his mask as a weird sex thing.
Nope.
No, some shit's about to happen.
So
This
anyways,
feels planned. This feels planned.
so while you two are, while
While
Tommy
studying.
is studying and Peter is distracting him and
Peter is
season 2 of
Petering.
Bridgerton is playing on the screen.
Bridgerton.
First season, probably.
Oh yeah, because this is still before January. First season of Bridgerton is playing. There's a knock on the theater room door.
Come in.
And Riley walks in. And just says, hey, Portal, can you do me and Dr. Irons a favor?
Sure. What's up?
Can you open a portal to this address right here?
Why are you on the couch funny?
Why are you on the couch, Johnny?
Mind your business.
That's right. You've been in hell for 10 years, haven't you? Well,
Mind your business.
when one superhero
In my mind, hang on. In my mind, like the back of the couch is where the door is, and so we just see him like pop up like head only, like he's doing push-ups on the couch. I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yep. No. That's
Okay.
so it's
Oh my
well,
god.
when one superhero loves another superhero, and they decide,
You. What are you doing? What?
Hi, Dr. Irons.
Overwatch? Oh, hi, son. There are bedrooms for this. This is
I was
a shared
studying-
space. What are you doing?
This is a shared
he's
space.
fully clothed. I
This
said
is
rounding
not a
second.
Shared space. Mutual respect is in here. Take this to your room if you're gonna do this.
Anyway,
I was studying, but
Not the right subject for this room.
Please give Joe a hero point.
I'm absolutely giving Joe a hero point. I forgot to tell you, Alex, I gave you and Steph, or you and Aunt Puppy hero points as well. But Riley's just like, look, I don't care where the two of you are hooking up, but can you open a portal here?
we're
for me?"
not hooking up.
That's what she
We're
said.
fully clothed.
We're not hooking up yet.
You
I
interrupted.
mean, the yet is always implied. Anyway, this address. All right. I don't know where my phone is.
Why?
To look up the address so I can know where and how far away.
Oh, she'll pull her phone out and here.
Okay, 1.5 miles north by northwest. There you go.
You.
Thanks.
fun.
And
Tommy, don't be rude. Say bye.
bye. Figure that out later. All right. And Riley will drag you through the portal to her salon.
Oh God.
Overwatch's name is Tommy.
I don't know. I've only met. He's a recent addition to the team. My introduction was jumping to go get him and bring him back to the tower, and then like he got his suit put on, and then Overwatch, and him and Portal Peter, they've apparently been dancing around this subject for a while, but I think they finally like got over whatever their ish is, and they're cute.
Oh, sure. No. Peter and Tommy are
apparently,
not cute together.
Overwatch, Peter, Cindy, and Ethan all know each other, and it is what it is. You're welcome, audience.
Oh no!
Well, at least outing another superhero will be a group discussion now.
Alex, have a hero point.
Oh, Alex
In
is
fact,
about to
take
get
7.
fucked. Literally and figuratively.
So,
How's it feel, Ethan?
Something more than this spicy burrito is bothering me.
so as Riley drags Carol over for her spa treatment, let's cut back over to Ethan and Cindy.
I don't want to follow that.
Tell you what, we can give you a palate cleanser. Let's jump back to Portal and Tommy, because does Tommy have a reaction at being seen in there without a mask on with Riley?
No, because Tommy's been in the tower quite a bit without a mask on.
Okay.
He
She
just
like
wasn't
didn't put
using-
2 and 2 together that her son's best friend is just
It's
chilling
quite
at the tower all
possible
the
that
time.
she's never actually seen him running around the tower.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know, Cindy, I was just thinking, isn't it funny how many people are named Ethan in Emerald City?
Really, I was just thinking how nobody's named Ethan.
Yeah.
Such a
So,
common name.
Ethan, were you still going to try to see your father tonight?
I'll see Morris first, but we don't need to do that on camera. And
Okay.
then I'll go see my dad.
Okay. Are you bringing Cindy with you, or are you guys going your separate ways?
I'll let Cindy know I've got to go see my dad. Said he wanted to meet and talk about my new major this evening.
Do you want me to come with you?
No, it's probably okay. It probably won't be very exciting, and I know he's sort of a lot.
Oh, he's fine. He's super nice to me all the time.
Yeah, I that's another reason I don't think I want you to come with me. I don't know. I just have a good feeling. I think that maybe he's gonna come out of his asshole shell a little bit.
All right.
Fiona's just gonna stay here and study for her other final
Okay.
and order lots more shots of tequila.
Sure.
Is she actually gonna go to
I'll
this
see
final?
you. I'll see you at the tower afterwards.
Cool.
Okay. So,
Ethan will give her a hug before he leaves.
say actually, you're probably outside of visiting hours at the prison. for tonight.
That's fair.
And to be fair, you did only promise him that you would see him yesterday. So
That was yesterday?
that
Yeah, that was yesterday.
So many things
Lunchtime
happened.
yesterday is when that happened.
yeah,
It was literally the longest day ever.
it was.
Oh my god.
Yesterday.
So are you
All
going?
troubles seem so far away.
Are you meeting your dad back at his office or back at the house?
Back at the house.
Okay.
I just want to give him in the chamber home field advantage.
So when you get to the house, you notice that there are very few lights on in the house. You know, there's a light on. You know, I mean the porch lights and the coach lights are on, but it looks like there is lights on in the living room, and you don't see lights on anywhere else in the house.
Do I feel any weird metallic objects around?
Nothing that would strike you as unusual.
No extra guns?
No. No extra guns, no... actually, you've got enough magnetic sense. You do notice that Riley's car is not in the garage.
It's a trap.
Okay, I'll just go up to the front door and go in and see if he's around.
Yeah, and your dad is sitting in the living room. In front of him, there is a bottle of 24-year Glenlivet.
Not at all looking like a supervillain.
There are 2 glasses, one of which is currently half full. A little bucket of ice, and he's sitting there, still wearing a jacket, but no longer wearing his tie, and wearing, you know, house slippers instead of shoes. But
Hey, Dad, are you okay? You're sitting here in the dark.
the light's on in here. Have a seat.
I will go and have a seat across from him.
Drink.
I'm okay. I had something at dinner tonight.
He'll pick up his Glenlivet and sip it. And so about today. So you want to change your major
Yes.
to social work. Have you told your mother this yet?
No, not yet. I wanted to tell you first.
And just to be clear, you know I am actually talking about your mother, not Riley.
Not your wife, yes.
What exactly, you know, now that we're not in a crowded restaurant with my wife with us, what exactly prompted this change of heart?
Well, being at Mallory College and seeing the reports on the news about what's been going on with the stormers that have been going around causing unfortunate things to happen, I don't want to be part of the problem anymore, Dad. I've seen a lot since we've come out here. A lot of suffering and a lot of just bad things that we could help. We should be helping.
We do help.
I don't know that I've ever seen you help.
I donate money to charities. Riley is working with the superheroes.
But I'm not doing anything.
I'm still concerned about why you think that things are so bad that they need help. Like, you said something very curious about when I pointed out that we've had a remarkably low crime rate here in Emerald City.
Dad, her whole city got shoved into a vampire dimension last week. Or all the people did.
So, interesting point of reference. Remember, time passes at different rates? The amount of time that the people of Emerald City spent in Avestan was seconds by their perspective.
According to the news, a giant vampire tried to destroy Emerald City.
No, I feel like Ethan would know that, because we spent enough time there to extrapolate that.
Yeah. And, I mean, ever since that explosion downtown, there's been a jailbreak, there was an attack on Max Mars down at the Yellow Brick Row run, and it's just, these are all things that are happening because...
And then, of course, last night. Yes, I understand this, but, this is the sort of thing that, every city with a superhero presence seems to deal with. I don't understand why you feel like you need to put aside a prosperous career to...
What you do is not something I'm passionate about. And when the superheroes fly away, there are still broken people left behind. And I'm no good at science, okay? It's not... I've never been good at science. It's what you want. And I'm done chasing things that other people want. I'm going to chase the things that I want to chase.
You never thought to tell me this before?
No, you'd be mad. I've had this conversation with you like a million times in my head.
So you just decided how I would react.
Based on past information. It was a scientific hypothesis.
Son, do you think I'm some sort of supervillain? You could have talked to me. I would have listened.
You've spent my whole life not listening to me. Or Mom.
What happened between your mother and I doesn't concern you.
Doesn't it? You moved our whole family out here in the middle of nowhere, and then you
Emerald
left her
City
all
is
alone.
hardly the middle of nowhere.
Ethan's trying very hard not to cry. You brought us out here. You uprooted our whole life, and you brought us to Emerald City, and then you left Mom all by herself. And you sent me to school.
You got the finest education that money could pay for.
I don't care about your money, Dad. I care about having a dad and a family and being happy. Okay, I met somebody who is happy with her family and doesn't have awkward holidays and it doesn't feel like they have to constantly prove that they're a prize pony that can be put out to show for you whenever you need.
Well, if this is the way you feel about it, I certainly wouldn't want to burden you with my money or my response or my expectations of you.
There it is.
If you're going to cut me off from school, that's fine. I will find a way to pay for it.
Your education will be paid for.
You're not listening to me.
I'm listening.
I just want you to care about me and show me in a way that I can understand.
Learn his love language, Dad.
It's food. It's food. His love language is food, but not spicy food.
Like I said, your education, your schooling will still be paid for. Most of it is covered through scholarships, anyways. Although I suspect that you'll lose some of those when you change your major. But no matter, your education will be paid for. So just one other thing before I get back to work. You said something about crime being hidden in this city?
Yes?
What did you mean by that? Don't worry, Riley isn't here. No one else. I let the servants have the evening off, so there's no one in the house but you and me. Tell me what you meant.
I just meant that you never heard about anything happening in Emerald City until the storm happened. Hidden and invisible, you know, it could. And now there's a lot of stuff happening.
Want to make an exception roll for me, Ethan?
And now there's a lot of stuff happening, and crime just doesn't pop up out of nowhere.
Oh no. I rolled a 19.
You did.
But I'm happy to roll with the consequences. I'm not going to spend a hero point.
Okay. So your dad just kind of gives you a long appraising look. All right, Ethan. Well, you have a good evening. I imagine you're probably going to go speak to your mother now.
You could tell me you're proud of me. Or you think this is a good idea.
Lie to me, Daddy. Lie to me.
Oh, don't say it like that.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for speaking your mind.
Oh,
Think you're making a terrible mistake.
oh.
Well, that's the most honest thing you've said in 22 years.
Oh.
And I will leave. Dramatically. If I was wearing my cape, I'd flap it in the wind.
And Ethan does not see, but we'll pull in a little bit of comic book magic as we see that after the door closes, Cyrus reaches into his suit pocket and pulls out a cell phone.
Archer,
Who
not
does?
Cyrus.
Archer.
Not Cyrus. Sorry. Archer.
Dude, I want to see an octopus pull out a cell phone from his.
I want to see an
Archer
octopus
reaches
in a
into
suit.
his suit pocket, pulls out a cell phone, opens it. It's what you thought. We'll talk. Click.
I'm going to have to fight my dad.
And with that, why don't we go ahead and call our break?
I'm gonna enjoy every moment of kicking your dad's ass.
I have set the precedent of throwing swords into brains. All right. Well, everybody get up, stretch your legs, grab a drink, grab a snack, and we'll see you in a little bit.
See you soon.